All right, here we are. Hey, good morning.
Hey.
Hopefully
Success.
this is working. You'll start seeing the browser move around on the screen like a psychopath. It's the man in the computer. I know. Hi, it's Lisa and Stephanie. Good morning. Hope
Morning.
everybody survived their Valentine's Day. We had a great night. We were over at Chipwrecked. I was working.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, we had a great night for trivia. People were having a really good time, and I was thankful to have something to do.
Yeah.
My daughter was on a date with her boyfriend. That is cute. So,
Lil?
yeah, I know, and it's been a few months now.
Oh, wow.
So he is like definitely in our lives.
Good.
Yeah, and
There you go, Lil.
they spend a lot of time together, and they do like
do.
cute datey things.
Oh, that's
yeah, it
cute.
is
Oh,
really
good.
nice.
I hate where the whole date is like on the phone. I'm like,
No,
is that dating? Like you talk to each other
they
exclusively?
do. They like hang out. It's really cute, and they take creative writing class with Ted Murphy together on Wednesdays.
Oh, that's very like them already.
I know, right? So I
Kick
know.
and write a sentence. We like them.
Yeah, and I even said to her on the way home, and she's like, last night I said, "How do you guys even connect?" And then she said to me, "What do you mean? I feel like he's a lab and I'm a cat, and we kind of just get along." I was like, kind of like, it was very existential for a 16-year-old. It made me laugh.
That's owning a lab right now, and the fact trying to see him with a cat.
Right?
I just had the whole visual. You go, Lily.
Yeah,
you
right.
be the cat.
Yep. So today is National Singles Day, and the only reason why I'm mentioning it is because it's like the day after Valentine's Day. So it's like, oh, well, also we're gonna do something for single people.
Oh yeah, things are happening in your computer. That's freaky.
I know. I'm just gonna leave it where it is.
Hi, Cliff.
And continue
messing
on with my
around.
show. The ghost in my computer. I'm seriously I am so many things.
Yeah,
of
but you
challenge.
new software. Like I was very impressed. You're like bouncing around screens and hooking stuff up.
I love learning new things.
I got annoyed with my boys came home for the weekend. We did the football thing and whatever. And they
Oh, yeah, that's
decided
right.
to take all the old desktops out of the basement because that's what I need right now. And the chaos of my house is, bring more chaos upstairs to take the hard drives out. Then they wanted, I have like a brick of storage for all my photos and all my, it's my backup.
Yeah.
Like, here's the cloud, here's my computer. Then everything is really important.
Sorry. Continue.
Is backed up here. And so they were like, can we use it? I'm like, no. Nothing's going to happen to it. You have plenty of space. I'm like, no one touches that. Like if the house is on fire, I'm taking that with me. That's how important that is. And I'm like, it could get a virus. They're like, it can't get it. And they're doing all the tech like I was a moron. And I'm like, and then at one point I looked at one of them who is a tech person. I'm like, couldn't it though? Since these are really old computers and we don't know what's on them. He's like, conceivably. I'm like, then step away.
Yeah, right.
Step away from my memories in a box. Electronic memories in a little brick, and don't touch it.
So this is Lisa. She is bringing on all kinds of home projects right now. She is redoing everything. She was just on the phone with a contractor. By the way, your contractor has such a Massachusetts accent that I was like drawn to your conversation. I wasn't eavesdropping, but
He's
I'm
from like Abington.
over there.
Yeah.
It's like very, very Boston.
It'll be over there.
Massachusetts accent. So I'm listening like...
He's the best. DW Remodeling. He's in Falmouth. He's been awesome. His son's doing the tiling. It's amazing. I messed up. I thought it was Home Depot that messed up. It was truly me.
I'm proud of you for admitting that because I never would.
I so wanted it to be them.
Good morning, Gail, and good morning, Karen. Thanks for joining us.
I ordered the wrong size doors, and then I had them shipped, barn doors, and I thought, oh, for sure, they messed up. I ordered 36s. They sent 30s. I go and get my receipt. No. Totally me.
For me,
I ordered 30s.
I have very little patience to measure things. I'm also bad at directions when it comes to directions of north, east, west, south. Like if you gave me a compass, I'd probably be fine. But when I'm trying to explain,
Okay, first of all, you said north, east, west, south.
Right.
No one says that.
I just did.
North, south, east, and west. Like even when you said that, I'm like, wait, what?
I actually did it like
East,
an NXS
west,
song.
south?
That's what he did. Michael Hutchins. Never mind.
Never mind. People Lisa
I
doesn't
listen
know.
to way too much music. Sorry.
No, I'm challenged that way too, especially when the car is like, head east. I'm like, how do I know which way is east?
I know. That was my meme. So I'm explaining my meme today. If you follow us on Stephanie in the Morning for my morning show. Yeah.
Gonna go look it
was
up.
just like head east or head west. It took me 4 days to decide which direction that Route 6 ran upon. And every time I hear there's an accident westbound, and I'm like, but what does that mean? Does that mean heading towards the bridge or away from the bridge? Like, you have to explain it in like places to me. Otherwise, I have no ability to place that in my brain of which direction that is.
I place my brain facing Boston and I go, east is out towards the ocean.
Yeah, but you have to have a physical moniker.
I do. Boston is north of me. And then I go from there. And that's my east.
Good morning, Miss Kai.
I still can't do upper, lower, middle, whatever capes they are.
Right.
Who is Upper Cape?
It's us right here.
Okay,
We're Upper Cape.
But a lot of people think it's Provincetown.
Right, but it's not.
Up.
We have to go down. That's outer.
Down Cape?
That's outer and whatever.
An Outer Cape?
I swear they do this just so we're all confused and no one knows what's happening.
And then they change all the exit numbers
Right.
just in case we weren't having enough fun.
I absolutely cannot process any of those whatsoever. So yes, I am directionally challenged and I'm like, please just tell me which way. Am I heading to the bridge or am I headed towards P-Town? That's how you need to explain it to me.
And all three roads do that, 28-6A6. So we're good with that.
Right. Which way am I going? Face me in the right direction, please.
Point towards
So my other question this morning was, what was your favorite food as a kid? And I was very specific. I was very plain. I did not like red sauces. I was always buttered noodles. I was really weird. And I loved wagon wheel shaped pasta.
So for my birthday, it was spaghetti and meatballs, always. My
Really?
mom's homemade spaghetti and meatballs. And I think, and I still do live on peanut butter. It's like a staple. Like peanut butter, I eat peanut butter every day.
You would think my son just discovered what peanut butter was because they were raised in no nuts at school just because of the allergies.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a jar on the counter and he's, Mom, what's for lunch? Mom, what's for dinner? Mom, what's for snack? He's at that growing boy age where he's always starving no matter how many calories the kid gets because they're so active and busy.
Yep.
So he's, all of a sudden I'm noticing like full loaves of bread missing, gone, like ghosted. Like where is the loaf of bread that we just bought? And I was just like, oh, Mom, this is so good. And he shows me, I'm like, it's called peanut butter. It is a staple of most people. Seriously?
Yeah, I don't know how you don't eat it.
I don't know how that wasn't a thing in his vortex of good time snacks. So I'm thankful that he's doing it right now.
Well, then it's weird. So if you're peanut butter in the United States, when we went to Australia years ago, Vegemite is like our peanut butter.
Well,
and no. And they don't even have peanut butter over there. Well,
No.
maybe they do now, but I was like, can I get peanut butter? They're like, no, try the Vegemite. I'm like, what is that? And then I tasted it. I'm like, no, thank you.
Kai's talking about directionally challenged. She said had to MapQuest it with printed directions like an animal. She said long trips required highlighted AAA triptychs. And I once had to find a payphone in Rhode Island and I missed my turn off of 195 for a bridge over water. And she said it's the modern equivalent of uphill both ways walking to school. And I'm like, yes, I agree with all of that. We had MapQuest or we didn't get there.
I still love a good map though.
I feel like I was better when I was younger about finding places.
To orient myself. I'm like,
yes.
Okay.
Because we didn't have the option to just talk to the talking lady box in my phone and get to where I need to get.
Well, now I do it for stupid things.
Yes.
I picked up something in a neighborhood 2 miles from my house and I put back to go home, Stop and Shop.
Also because I like
I don't know how to get there.
Also because I like to know if there's traffic.
Or the best
if there
way.
are police there.
Yeah.
And how long is it going to take me?
And the way it took me, I didn't actually have to turn around. I was like, oh, this neighborhood goes through? Awesome. Race lane, here I am.
I didn't know I had these spaces. That is so amazing. So Lisa is joining us from the Cape Cod Children's Museum. She's the director of fun over there, director of play, I like to call it. We have February vacation coming up next week. Weather is looking weird, but okay. And you never know here on the Cape what they say is not always what happens. It looks like rain for the next 2 days. And then Saturday looks freezing cold and sunshiny. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. But we have things going on all week.
Yep.
And if you have school-age children, this is the big message we're trying to get out. We are pushing everything ages 5 to 10, 5
Awesome.
to 12. Like we are opening a brand new STEAM room. We have a scavenger hunt that you actually have to be able to read to use. And so, so don't think that we are just for little ones anymore.
I love that.
Yes, we are for fun.
Fun and 5 to
Fun
10.
and play.
And also a Patty's Day party that you've got coming up it's a ticketed event.
That's
correct?
a ticketed event. We're running it on a Sunday when we're normally closed. It's Irish Fest. It is sold out the last 2 years. And it just gets better every year. Like we were playing with all these green uplights and sparkly lights, like just new stuff. And I got an inflatable leprechaun that you hang out the window. Which
She's all about the inflatables. And thank you, Kai. I appreciate that.
Scared the bejeebus out of my dog. Because it was
morning,
right
John.
over his crate. And he's like, what's happening?
I think that's a good gauge, though. If your dog's afraid of it, kids will probably be
totally
afraid
of it. Yeah. He was not he ran out of my office and hid under a desk down the hall. I'm like, oh, you poor thing.
Well,
And he's not allowed out of my office, just,
He's just big. He's like a big, heavy
a lab.
muscle that.
He's a lab dating a cat. No.
Yeah, right. Isn't that funny? I had a good laugh over it yesterday. I'm like, this kid, she makes me laugh.
Yeah. So Irish Fest, the 12th.
Yes.
It's the 12th.
Dancers,
it's a Sunday, 10 to 2.
music.
Tickets are on sale now. They already went on sale for members who get a discount, and they can buy them through March 1st. But we've sold half of them already.
Yeah, that's
which
pretty
I'm
incredible.
so excited. Yes.
So if you want to attend this event, I definitely suggest that you grab your tickets because you will sell out and then you will not be able to attend.
Yes.
And you want to be able to go. I have looked at the day ahead of us as to what everybody is talking about. And I laughed because a lot of my friends are so into true crime right now. Even Kai, you showed up at one of my lives at Knockabout, and she had her true crime book, and she loves true crime
Really?
podcasts. But apparently, we're biologically drawn to true crime. It's some switch that we have in our body that we are like preparing ourselves. It's preparedness. We need to know how to how to navigate a situation and we might be taken. We might know what's
So funny,
happening.
yesterday I found out, the guy that killed his wife in Cohasset?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, allegedly, the body was incinerated at the place where my son works at his new internship for Mass Maritime. He works at a trash plant and they do incineration, and the FBI showed up. But then I found out over the weekend, I know the person whose house it happened in. He rents it to them. Nope. I've known him forever. I bought my first car from him. I'm like, that's Peter's house? Oh my God. Because I knew vaguely where it was in Cohasset.
Horrifying.
Yes. I was like, oh. And my friend's like, he's never going to rent that house again.
Yeah, right? This is like an American horror story.
Oh, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And this is not your first brush with weird crime, murdery situations. I feel like you had a boss that got murdered or...
Was murdered by her husband. I know.
It's always the husband.
It's always the husband. If you don't look at the husband first, come on.
So do yourself a favor, since it's National Singles Day, don't get a husband. You'll be fine.
You'll live longer anyways.
You'll surpass it all. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Mine's been testing me.
They're always testing.
When they
always fail.
We work together, so we never escape each other, and we're trying to like put ourselves in boxes of this is work time, this is parenting time, this is us time.
Yeah.
This is other like projects and things. We're working on it. It's definitely a work in progress. It is not always smooth, and we are cranky a lot.
Well, my husband is a teacher,
Yeah.
and he's home for the summer. The whole summer.
Yeah.
Every day.
Lisa
every
finds
hour.
a lot of activities for us to do in the summer. She's like, where are we going? How are we getting this done?
Get me out of here.
Well, now I understand why you're a contractor and you're doing so much stuff outside, because you need to be outside. You need spaces.
We need
You need spaces to separate from each other. I think it's good. Time away is also good.
I'm a big fan. He's not, but I am. We're very opposite that way. He's a homebody. I'm a traveler.
He's a homebody, and also he's a reader. So
Yep.
I feel like he gets
Perfectly
lost in his
content
own
with a
little
book.
world. Yeah. And you're
He
over
gets
there.
lost from upstairs to downstairs. Come on now. And I can only say this because I was putting the app on his phone and I ran out of time, so I know he's not listening.
Good morning, Dave Hagner. Happy Wednesday. Yes, it's Lisa from the Cape Cod Children's Museum here with
Hey.
me for Wee Wednesdays. There are so many fun, cute little kid things that I was looking at today. Most educated states. Can you name the top at least two?
Massachusetts. California?
No, not even in the top 5. Massachusetts came in at number 1, undoubtedly.
Washington,
Maryland,
D.C.?
Maryland.
Okay.
Connecticut, Vermont, and Colorado round out the top 5.
Colorado.
Right. I was pretty impressed.
Go Colorado.
So those are our top 5. This is according to Wallet Hub, and least educated: West Virginia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama. I don't think anybody's shocked by the southern states being in the bottom 5 as least educated. Doesn't mean everybody from down south is like that. So definitely don't
blow up.
I just
Facebook.
recently watched Sweet Home Alabama, and I'm a big fan of Reese Witherspoon. I'm watching like light, fluffy, fun rom-coms.
Oh, funny.
They make my heart happy. And I can just like shut my brain off for a little while and watch dumb things.
Garbage television. That's my go-to.
Seriously, you
90 Day Fiance. That's me.
I don't know how you watch this show.
No one does. Everyone in my house says the same thing. And I think I've just kind of stopped watching it because it's just getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
But it's just funny. And actually, I like 90 Day Fiance the other way because they travel. They're in Nigeria. They're in Pakistan. They're in, Australia. Like, I like to travel. So I get to see in around these idiotic relationships, like where they live and how they, yeah. So I enjoy it. And it's mindless. That's the point. The whole point is that it's fluffy and bad.
Yeah.
And I don't have to think.
Lisa is a learned author here joining us. She has written several books on train travel and also organizing children. You're working on a couple of workshop programs coming up, which I'm really pumped for. And I definitely am going to be scooped up in this journey.
Yes.
Her and I have a travel podcast that is Rested, and we're bringing it back. Women travel better in pairs because you never go anywhere without a pair. Whether it's your husband, whether it's your puppy, whether it's a girlfriend to go to the bathroom with.
Yep.
So better in pairs. For sure. So Lisa and I are going to be revisiting that and reigniting it. She has found this fun connection to the United States of meeting new people that I think has been kind of incredible for you. Talk to people about that a little.
It is really fun. I joined this house swapping movement, if you will, but it is based on people, not houses. And that's what I like about it. So there's tons of home exchange places out there that are all about whether you're an Airbnb or if you're,
Airbnb just had their first profitable year in forever. This month. Its first profitable month because the reignition of everyone, like, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go somewhere. And everyone's like, I'd rather be in a B&B because you can control it. You can cook. You can have a pet. You can have kids.
Don't get me. I love myself a nice hotel. Don't get me wrong. That's fine. But if I'm going to
do my sheets and clean up my towels, please. Thank you.
I actually now don't want to see. I want to live where somebody lives. I want to see how you live. I want to go to your grocery store. I want to go to your parks. I want to go to your library. Like, I'm weird like that. I
don't think it's weird.
I'll do the scenic things too, but I'm over the tourist stuff. I'm over, none of that does anything for me. So this is much more about that. And we have 3 families coming to stay with us.
That's awesome.
Everybody wants to stay on Cape Cod.
Yeah, it's an exchange. You can't just go take. You gotta actually host people.
Yes, so that's part of the reason we're doing a lot of house projects because I'm like, oh boy.
But also, your kids are out of the house now. I mean, I feel like we
downsized in our own house. We're moving, which my kid, one of my kids is like, this is ridiculous. Like, you're not 80. I'm like.
No, but you're an empty nester making the most out of your space.
And we have a colonial house and we don't need the upstairs anymore. So we changed our living room and dining room into a master bedroom and bathroom. We're on the same floor now. We don't have to clean, heat, do anything for the upstairs. And if you come visit us, ta-da, it's actually ready.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like, just go do your thing. There's lots of beds.
I eventually want to get to that point. Now I just block off my whole kitchen area because I pretend it's not there.
You've got teenagers home. Yeah.
They're a lot.
My kids are a lot when they come home, but it's working for us. Plus, 22 years in the same house, I need to change the scenery.
Yeah, for sure.
That was part of it too. I'm like, I'm done. If I'm not moving to a new house, we're committed to the Cape to retire. Retire to live here forever. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Do
we ever retire?
I don't know. I won't. He will. He can't wait. But
he's just going to change his station, though. He's not going to retire. I don't think that he's just going to sit there and
let him.
Yeah, no, collect dust in a corner like a book on a shelf.
He's got a few more years, but
Look at Dave Hegner, who's watching our live right now. The man has done more in retirement than he ever did as a teacher. He volunteers for Habitat for Humanity. He is building
Dave,
houses.
Did you teach with my husband? Is that how we know each other?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I think he was in Pennsylvania area.
I feel like I know him from somewhere, though.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you've met him out and about because the man has more of a social life than he ever did while working.
I know. Well, see, that would be me.
But he also needed a break from the culture of being a teacher.
It's not the same.
I can't even imagine what that looks like today. New Jersey, that's what it was. I knew it was more Southern, but he was a teacher in New Jersey.
How do I know him, though?
To our educators, hats off to you. I had a very funny, weird news story where there was an educator, this Mr. Fred. He's on TikTok, and he is a kindergarten teacher. And he was really excited to get all these like fun, non-candy things for the kids for Valentine's Day. And he went to TikTok before he actually gave them to his class and realized they were adult themed, and he didn't really look at the packaging on it. So could you imagine had he brought that into the classroom in this day and age where everybody's got a phone and everybody's got an opinion and everyone wants to share it with you, how that would have gone and flown in classes? Because the kindergartens probably wouldn't have noticed or even whatever. Like, why is there a bud on this? And they laugh.
Remind me
disaster averted.
Show you someday. Someone donated a puzzle to the museum, which is great. We accept, donations of good quality toys and books and things. If not, we give them away. This puzzle, I was like, oh, this is cool. It's got a whale. It's got a beach. It's got a ton of people on the beach. Let's put this out. And I, thank God, looked at it one more time. It's all like cartoon people. Boobs hanging out, butts hanging out, guy taking a pee. And I'm like, it's hilarious. It is so inappropriate. Can you imagine if I had it out in the museum for everyone to contribute? So it's on my porch now. I'm working on it myself. It's very funny.
I love it. I can't wait. Take a screenshot. I want to see the dudes puzzle.
I will.
Ever thought to drop that off at a children's museum? They did it for laughs.
They probably did. Yeah,
absolutely. They're like, I wonder if someone will notice. Probably no. We'll just throw that out.
And they almost didn't.
Speaking of someone will notice, I saw that the Oscar Mayer Wiener vehicle was in Vegas and somebody stole the catalytic converter from it.
Oh, no.
That's embarrassing. Can you imagine calling AAA for that thing?
Kind of, yeah. Because that would be a really funny call.
Here I am.
And they ask you what color your vehicle is. It's the hot dog.
It's the Wienermobile. It is a wiener. What do you want?
My favorite food.
Somebody said, one of my pregnant friends right now was talking about her Valentine's Day yesterday. And she said, I love this man who did not even flinch when I said all I wanted was macaroni and cheese and hot dogs for Valentine's Day.
I love her.
And that's what he made for her. And I thought it was really cute.
I ate so much sugar over the weekend watching the Super Bowl and having the kids around that I literally texted my husband, do not bring chocolate in this house.
Oh,
please. Do not.
I tried to give it all away last night when I was working at trivia, but no, people brought me more. I was like, damn it.
He brought me a single red carnation. I'm like, beautiful.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I think he got it at school because they give carnations. I don't care.
Whatever, however it happened. Thank you, Kevin. You thought of your wife. That's all that matters.
Hey, I got him grape juice, which is his drink of choice, the expensive one, and I put it in the center of the refrigerator. And he said, I usually don't. He doesn't care about this stuff. And I'm like, hey, your gift's in the fridge. And he opens the fridge and he's like, oh, grape juice. Thank you. And I'm like,
I love that you said the expensive one.
The very expensive one, yeah.
That's what I think.
As opposed to like
the very expensive one. I think of wine. You're married to a school teacher when? I'm getting that expensive grape juice.
We splurged and it wasn't even on sale. How's that?
Well, then.
I know.
It was a big night at the Bateses.
Watch out. He brought chocolate anyways, and I did eat it.
That's awesome. I'm getting rid of the rest of mine tonight. If you want to join me over at Tomatillo's for a little bit of music bingo, good fun. Wednesdays, get over your hump day. Yeah. Oh, I brought that upstairs and then Lily disappeared it. So that's what I'm hoping. I love Ferrero Rochers. Those things are my kryptonite and I need to get them away from me. I moved them over here. There's more. So there are more.
Chocolate.
There's
for
always
breakfast.
More. I think my husband's like, oh, she seems stressed out. Give her a Ferrero Rocher. I don't need them.
Yeah, please stop.
2 days strong on my Peloton. I can't feel my butt, so I feel like I'm doing a good job.
Yay.
I have no idea what's happening down there. It's numb.
We weren't built to sit on those bikes. I'm sorry.
You were talking about your Super Bowl, and we had the laziest Super Bowl ever.
Well, what are you supposed to do? Play?
We had no friends. We did nothing. Like we were like
We had a few people over, but
Grandpa Joe and Grandma Georgina from Willy Wonka. We sat in bed side by side, and every quarter we got the new snack that we purchased from Lambert's, heated it up, and went back for the next quarter.
oh, but that's awesome. That's awesome.
It was so lazy and so kind of wonderful.
I heated everything. I did everything that was easy to eat, heated up, did everything before the game, threw it on the counter.
There
Help
you
yourselves.
go. If
Food
you
is over
want
there.
it, food's here.
Food's there. Fridge is there.
Get your salmonella. I don't know how long it's out there for. That's fantastic.
And had a roaring fire. So that was fun.
that's nice.
Yeah, I haven't had a fire all. Well,
We really kind of haven't needed it.
Yeah.
It's been up to
So,
like that
I just
one
did it.
cold snap that we got. Good morning, Sethi. Thanks for joining us. So you can stay, since Lisa and I are reigniting our travel, I saw that you can stay in the Swedish Museum. So it's indoor, but they have an outdoor setting, like you're outside, and it's just like a bed in the forest. Weirdest thing. Why not just
and
sleep
people
outside?
pay for that?
And people are paying for this experience, and it made me laugh. I'm like, it's a museum with just beds in the woods.
I wonder what people would pay to stay at a night in the museum and like play games.
That's fun. I actually did that when I was a Girl Scout when I was younger. We stayed at the Boston Science Museum.
We've done it with kids. I'm thinking adults, like, this could be a good money
That
maker.
night at the museum would be really fun.
Yeah.
It could be like a grown-up jammy
With kids,
jam.
they need to go home. But with the grown-ups, I can leave them there. If it's kids, I'm going to be like at midnight, can you go home now? Like, I'm asleep on the front desk.
Yeah, right? No, you just hire people to watch them.
Yeah.
That could be fun. I like that as a fundraiser idea. Night at the museum.
Yeah. Would you go?
I
Comment.
would. I wish you had more artifacts or something fun. Like, ooh, could this come alive?
It would
in the
all be
middle of
like
the night?
games and fun stuff. Yeah. There would be no artifacts. There would be no learning.
I
No
wonder if
reading.
that plastic apple is going to do something. Let's get weird.
Who's cooking in the kitchen? I hear somebody rustling. We could do a spooky night at the museum. All right.
There
I'll
was
take
a
notes.
study that I saw that college kids who get less sleep get worse grades. I'm like, wow, who funded that study? I want to know who's funding the studies of the dumbest thing I've ever read in my entire life, and how do I get that job?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or can I just have the money and I'll tell you the answer without doing a study?
Bam.
No need.
I'll make up stats
I'll
and
save
surveys
you money.
for you.
Give me half the money and I'll still tell you what the result is.
Yes. Now we do need to do a sleepover at one of the Cape museums. I think that that'll be super fun. I agree. I think it's great. I also saw there was another study that said if you eat right and you take your vitamins, that can cure your broken heart. And things to eat for heartbreak versus things you shouldn't eat. And it was just like the usual suspects when I go to eat my feelings. Chinese food, pizza, like
Chocolate.
all of the stuff we've just discussed, all of those bad things. Don't have those because you'll feel worse. Well, duh. Also, I don't need a medical professional to tell me that that's going to make me feel better. Is it going to heal my broken heart? I doubt it, but it's going to make me feel a little bit better physically, which makes my heart hurt less.
You're going to feel better in the moment while the food is going down, as you always do, and you can regret it later.
These are my favorite dumb studies. They're so dumb. I don't know what to do with it.
It's like someone had extra money, like, here, just use this and ask that question.
I feel like they just do that to be relevant and have talking pieces. There's nothing other than that,
Oh, boy. Yeah, no.
right?
No.
Well, you and I got to go play radio. So anything else we want to impart on everyone today?
No. Thanks for coming.
February vacation, Cape Cod Children's Museum, Irish Fest, get your tickets. I'm going to be out at Tomatillo's tonight for Music Bingo 6 until 8. So chips and salsa, margaritas, that is on deck for me. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to play Music Bingo too.
I'm like, ooh, now you're making me hungry.
I know. And you can listen to us on the air. Also, don't forget, we do have merch. I had 2 friends reach out to me yesterday and they're like, how do I get that lemon head on stuff? And I was like, easy. You just go to Amazon. So everything's on. Yeah, we have an
cool.
Amazon store and it won't look this rusty. This is like 3 years old. So if you take care
It's
of it, it will
vintage.
last. It is now vintage looking, if you will.
I'm watching a new Netflix on this woman who flips vintage clothing.
Really?
Don't ask me what it's called, but it's pretty good. I'm 6 episodes in, still don't know
Well,
what it's
next
called.
time you're on it, like just take a screenshot or like share it with me. I wish you could share the show that you're watching on Netflix. Do we have an ability to do that with people?
Yeah.
I'm so sick of taking screenshots. I have 4,000 screenshots of things that I might go back for, and I never do. I'm like, I'm going to save that for later. I'll remember. I'm going to get the good grape juice. It's usually when I find a good wine and I take a photo of it, and then I find it a year and a half later, and I'm like, what was I doing that day? Why did I need this?
I find a lot of those. I think, what is this a photo of?
Exactly. So there should be a sharing suggestion.
I kind of like that. Yeah, share with your friends.
Yeah.
That's a great app. Get Cliff on that. He could build that.
There's so many apps. I just wish it was built into the app. Can I petition one of all of those?
Put it in there.
I've got too many other streaming services as it is. We used to have just 4 channels. Then we went to the cable box. Now we're going back in another direction of 4,000 other options. Too many options. It's like a menu with too many things, like going to the Cheesecake Factory.
That's me.
And then I get stressed
I can't do
out.
it. Yep.
I'm like, could you just give me like 7 options?
Limit my options, please. It's like picking paint. No.
Yes. Too many options.
The chip wall. No, don't even go near the chip wall. You just take the little folders, outdoor colors, indoors, whites, grays, and that's it. Those are my choices.
Seriously.
Nothing beyond that.
It's like my husband trying to show me new streaming stuff. I said, there are too many buttons. I need very, very plain things. Like, seriously. I've got to thank MBR Landscaping for our live stream. They are fantastic. If you're looking for a landscaper or a cleaning company, MBR Cleaning Services offering weekly, bi-weekly, and deep cleans.
Are you saying N as in Nancy?
M.
Oh, MBR. I need the cleaner. The cleaning.
Tell Bruno Stephanie Viva sent you.
I will.
Online, mbrlandscaping.com, and also 508-280-0605. Thank you for